Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Combat Sports UK YouTube channel, and it's a pleasure to be joined again by the Levels Heavyweight champion, Mario Pinto. Mario, how are you, mate? How are things?
I'm doing good, Taylor. How are you, man?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Very well. Very excited myself as well. I'm looking forward to the fight coming up. So that February 18th on Levels 11 it is, versus Kasim Aras. So, I mean, kind of since we last spoke, you were obviously looking for a fight. We spoke around October, November time. Are you happy this one's come around? Are you happy with the opponent? I mean, how are you kind of looking at it now? What are we, 10 days, 9 days out from the fight?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Kasim is down, like he's ready to go. I know he's trained hard. He just won recently as well. He fought in January.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I kind of took it as an insult, but at the same time, I get it. You know, he's coming off a win. Wasn't the best opponent, but a win's a win.
A win's a win
for him.
Okay.
So probably to give his confidence back, and I know he's feeling good. That's probably he's still fresh from camp, and he's like we're almost there. You know, no injuries, no one's pulled out, so that's perfect.
Yeah, unlike Shah, you've not had any pullouts and had a couple of changes, right?
So that's some bad luck, but you know, Levels pulled through. They got him someone. You know, it's hard, especially in this like short period of time to find an opponent whose game is always going to turn up. Because a lot of people say yes, but I think they just say it for the sake of it, and then they end up just saying no. So
yeah, and I mean, like from a mindset point of view, like you said, you found it a bit weird that he took this fight. Do you think this was kind of like, I mean, he finished him in the first round pretty quickly. Do you think it was kind of that, try and build up his ego a little bit? Maybe because I've never really seen that before.
Yeah, I definitely think just to get him back in the winning column, just especially because of his last loss, it was like he got hit by a spinning back kick.
Yeah.
So I can understand it's a tough loss. So he probably wanted to just get some like rust off, and just sometimes it's like what I think American football teams did this. So like they would get their squad to go play a low level team. But just so they can literally beat the crap out of them, like hit them hard, get the boys, get their confidence up, and just like sometimes you need to do that. Like you just need to, you know, get that confidence, like just hit a body bag, you know, and then you're back into it. You know, you got some confidence, but at the same time, it does give you false confidence. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's an interesting route to take. I mean, for you, obviously, it's a big title defense. He's kind of a vet. He's been around Bellator, the Bellator promotion as well. Like, how do you see him as an opponent? How do you see this fight kind of going, really?
I think he's extremely dangerous. You know, he's short, he's stocky, he's got a short neck. I'm sure he's extremely strong, like strong as shit. Like I'm sure he's gonna feel like the Hulk when I'm in there. But you know what? All these heavyweights I fought, they're all strong. They're all strong. Everyone always asks, everyone's strong? You know, once they grab you, you feel the strength. So, plus he's got experience. He's done a lot of Greco-Roman. I'm sure he's able to mix that with his MMA wrestling. You know, he likes to throw a big overhand. And I'm sure, because he's quite short for a heavyweight, so his experience, he understands, like, I understand I have the reach advantage, but he can use his advantages as well, like dipping his head low, you know, because he hasn't got a long neck, like the shots, he absorbs them better. It's like Tyson. Tyson knew he was going to be a short heavyweight, and he still became champ. So Kasim is still very dangerous, extremely dangerous.
Yeah, he is, and he kind of, when I was looking into, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Ilir Latifi, kind of that similar build, that similar kind of stockiness to him. I mean, you guys at Fight Zone, you have a real renowned wrestling pedigree, obviously, with Stuart Austin there and the team of coaches you have. So is that something you've been prepping for specifically with Kasim, obviously without giving too much away?
Yeah, no, we're just gonna meet him in the middle and we're just gonna swing straight up, bro. I ain't doing no grappling, bro. Meet me in the middle. Let's swing. Definitely for sure. Like we know what he's gonna do, and it's for him it's a good game plan. We don't want to get caught on it because he's a very strong guy. When I've watched like a lot of his fights, like even when he fought in Germany in EMC, and like the way he fought, how he held guys up, and like even when he fought, I think his name was Medingus. Did I say that right? Medingus? Very tall, like I think he was like 6'9", so like much taller than me. And he was winning that fight, but then I think he bit him in the chest. He got disqualified. So I don't know what happened there, you know, but
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on his record,
yeah,
and it literally says chest fight.
chest fight. Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I think when the going gets tough, you know,
The
he
pressure.
got
So
going. Yeah.
is that something you're looking to bring to him as well? That striking pressure and kind of
Yeah.
really leaning into your style and trying to really control the fight from that point of view as well.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. You know, I'm happy for the fight to go wherever. I don't care. I fight to win. That's my
Mm,
style. I
mm.
fight to win, whatever it takes.
Yeah, we see that. We've seen that from your previous defense and also that Grand Prix. Do you feel like this will be your toughest matchup, or do you think kind of going through that Grand Prix experience that you did around about this time last year, wasn't it, that the Grand Prix happened?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's tougher than anything you could do in one single fight?
Um, it's like yes and no. I honestly think the Grand Prix was better just
Mm,
because as the fights went on, you weren't. Yeah, I wasn't as stressed. Like in terms of,
mm,
I wasn't having much anxiety because I was like, it's like I'm doing this again. You know,
mhm,
like it just everything became more casual.
mhm,
But the only thing was like staying disciplined, not using too much cardio or not doing silly things to get me injured.
mm,
Like blasting massive leg kicks. So I go shin on shin, then I walk out the fight and I'm like, oh, my leg's broken, so I can't fight anymore, you know? So I had
mhm.
to be a lot more tactical there. But even here, I still have to be tactical. I think his experience alone is definitely something that he has more than most of my opponents. And you know, but I fought people his size before. My
Mhm.
second fight fought someone not the same pedigree of wrestling, but like my whole life, even when I was like in boxing gyms, I was fighting guys his height, and they were very awkward. And people don't understand. A lot of tall guys don't actually know how to use their reach. They have reach, but they don't understand how to use their reach.
Mhm.
Like it's a big thing. Like they don't understand. Like just because you have long arms, they always try and land a stiff jab, and that exposes them. They don't understand how to use the jab. Obviously, boxers know how to use this better, but you know. But I'm
Mm.
definitely like he's going to be well rounded. He's going to know how to mix it up. He's dangerous everywhere. And I've
Yeah,
seen
and
that
he's.
when you watch his Bellator fights when he fought Franklin,
Mhm.
you know, he was dangerous as well there. So that was a close fight.
Yeah, quite a clear thing that's jumping out at me right now is that obviously you've done quite a lot of looking into him. You're covering the bases really, really well. Is that something that you've consciously wanted to do in this fight, or were you just aware of him anyway? That this knowledge is kind of in your mind.
No, like whenever I get an opponent, I end up being their best friend.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah, literally.
mm.
I know what time he goes to sleep, everything, bro.
That's the
I
way.
know
That's the
he
way.
takes a hot shower before bed. I know everything, bro.
Yeah,
What he's doing.
getting properly inside his mind, living rent
Oh,
free up
bro.
there. That's the way.
I'm his neighbor. I got the binoculars on, the
Yeah,
binoculars.
yeah. Just get all the
Can't let you
likes on
laugh.
social media. Yeah, just I'm here.
Everything, bro.
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm prank calling him. I'm calling out acting like a. Have you got any insurance claims?
Oh,
No, but
brilliant.
definitely, I definitely, I like to study my opponents. I used to before I wouldn't look too much into it.
Hmm.
At the same time, though, if when you're studying them, you can't. Sometimes the problem is you watch them so much that you almost accept their style. That makes
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm.
So almost you're like, oh, I know his strengths are here, so I'm gonna prepare for that. But you're almost accepting that they're gonna do that to you.
Hmm.
So like for example, when I was fighting Benjamin,
Hmm.
I noticed that in his previous fights, he always would pull guard and try what's it called? Flower? Was it flower? No, flower guard. Like butterfly guards.
Yeah.
He would do
Hmm.
butterfly guard. No, sorry, it's rubber guard.
Rubber
I'm
guard.
saying
Yeah.
flower. Flower sweep, but he would do rubber guard a lot, and he was very flexible. For, like he was catching a lot of people. Even when I was watching his jips comps,
Hmm.
he was using rubber guard a lot. So I was training rubber guards, but then like even my coaches, especially like my no-gi coach Nico, was like, we're not gonna even accept rubber guard. Like you're focusing too much on accepting being in that position. We're going to negate that. We're not going to even get there. We're not going to give them the opportunity to put you in that, if that makes sense. So you got to respect it, but don't get too bamboozled by it.
So I guess it's important to have that team around you to kind of say, right, pump the brakes a little bit. Here's what we're going to do
Yeah,
to not get there, right?
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's like, oh, we know someone has a big right hand, but we're not going to stand there and wait and block. You know,
Mm.
it's better just to move out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. And
so,
I remember Kavanaugh talking about that with Conor and Khabib, right? That they were so focused
yeah,
on trying to stop his takedowns that his hands were down
yeah,
here, right? So that's fascinating and a really interesting insight. And another big part of this card is you're featuring really heavily in levels promotion and how they're building this card. Does that, like, how much of a compliment A is that to you as an athlete and as a champion, and B, does it add any extra pressure to you, and does it make you think, oh, okay, like there's a lot on this fight for me?
yeah. Definitely, there's a lot of pressure. I think the pressure is good though. You know, the pressure brings the best out of me. You know, pressure makes
Mm,
diamond. And again, like I've always said, it's just preparation,
mhm,
preparation, preparation. Like it's just preparing me for. I need I need these moments. I need these experiences. You know, this is the reason why I signed up for this. The reason why I haven't rushed or jumped to bigger shows.
yeah.
You know, because I've accepted, I've acknowledged that these situations are going to occur. The limelight being main event, so like I'm in the best place to learn. Also, like I'm defending my belt. You know, I've
Hmm.
won the belt, and it's more
Hmm.
important to defend it. That's when you're a
Hmm.
real champion. So, and I dealt with so much adversity in the last fight.
Hmm.
You know, I made a lot of mistakes, and I think people don't understand is that you know you train so much every day. People can look amazing in sparring. You can be like John Jones when you spar, but only one day matters, and that's fight night.
Hmm.
And then fight night, anything can happen. You can have anything. You can be ill. You can be injured. Everyone has the same thing. Everyone's always injured or they're ill, etc. But it's about regardless. I'm gonna show up on the day, no matter how I feel. You know, and that's what I'm preparing for. All these little things I have to deal with. It's just I've just accepted it, and it's just part of the journey. It's part of being a professional.
Yeah, it's all perception, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
story that you tell yourself, and the story of how you go through. Do you have any kind of, I guess, mental models, or is it the team? Like, how do you manage these kind of situations? You've obviously got a real wealth of experience in your gym, but do you do anything specifically for yourself, like visualization, things like that, to kind of
Yeah, all
work
of
through
that.
these hurdles?
Definitely a lot of visualization, a lot of
Mm,
self talk, but definitely just talking to my team is very
mm,
helpful. Talking to my coaches, I'm working with Stuart's brother as well, James Austin,
mhm.
helped me a lot on the mental aspect, you know, and just going through some things there. But it's definitely just you get, you know, you don't. What's the right word is yeah, you're still going to feel nervous every time.
Mm,
It's just getting used to feeling nervous and
mhm.
understanding that it's normal, you know.
Yeah, and it's part and parcel of how it goes. So you mentioned the team there. Obviously mentioned Stuart. I mean, he just came off a massive win in Octagon. What did you make of that performance? Did you enjoy it? Were you
Uh,
back home watching it?
yeah, I was back home watching it. It was amazing. Like I think it's especially Stu showed it in the striking department, just shutting down such a great striker. You know,
Hmm.
his opponent was tall, rangy, likes to kickbox a lot, and he just shut down Palace. He couldn't do anything,
Hmm.
and then
Yeah,
he mixed it
totally.
well with his grappling as well.
Yeah, and the submission at the end was great. Shah was telling me when I spoke to him yesterday about the elbows. He says on light days you guys practice throwing elbows.
Yeah, bro, getting dinged in the head. Nah, but I don't know what. Like when I watched it, I was like, I don't know if the ref was like, if he dies, he dies. You know, because I know Stu knocked him out and then knocked him back into the fight.
He did. Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
he hit Stuart back, and then he just said, and then he just laid his hand out. I was like, bro, this guy is just like he's asking to be stopped, you know.
Yeah, big
But
time.
it was just very clever from Stu to go for the submission because sometimes you never know if Stu just kept hitting him.
Hmm.
Sometimes guys just don't go away.
Mm.
Like you're hitting them, you rock them, they go down, and they just not go. It's like when I fought in the second fight in the tournament.
Hmm.
I fought Ben Halima. I dropped him like 2 times, and when I went to ground and pound him, the guy I know even though I pulled it a little bit so I didn't gas out. But I was just like, bro, you're still here. Like you know what I mean? You're still trying to fight. But fair play to him. But it's the same with this situation. Imagine Stu was going crazy trying to knock him out,
Yeah,
and then I don't know, maybe he survived to the end of the round, and then you're gassed out, and there's
yeah,
nothing more scary than that. To be tired
yeah.
and the guy's marching forward.
And for you, was that a learned experience, or was that a conscious decision in the moment to be like, "Whoa, I need to be a bit more careful here, not to gap out or go and look for that different finish"? Because, like you said, Stu was quite smart to go for the different
Yeah.
for the choke there. Like, where was that moment for you where you kind of realized had to manage it a little bit?
Oh, it's definitely from experience. Like I understand, like when you fight and you go all out, you give your 100%. Especially if you do it in the first round, it's gonna be awful. Like I don't know any fighter that can fight all 3 or 5 rounds at 100%. Unless you are on a special gas tank or you're on that super stuff, then I don't know
Costa's
who. I
secret
don't know who.
juice.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Even then, though, you're still gonna get tired. You saw that fight with him and Yoel.
Yeah.
You just got to manage it, and the more I think it's a lot from sparring. Like your body. It's like Sean Strickland, his style. Like he spars a lot, and the only way to get better at fighting is fighting. You can do all your extra conditioning, but you just got to know your body, and then also technique comes into play. How much mechanics are you using, and how much are you using of like your power. Sometimes you're gonna have to be explosive. It just is what it is.
Yeah, it's really interesting how you guys manage that. And another thing as well is with Shah fighting on this card, you're kind of doing your dual fight camp. So how do you between you like do you balance the mimicking of styles of each other's opponents, or is it completely separate? Like how have you both navigated that? It's just not the
I
first
know,
time
yeah,
either,
yeah.
is it?
We take turns like mimicking each other's styles as well, and like for his opponent, unfortunately, he had two different people.
Yeah.
Like now, it was a bit awkward to just switch it up, but you just try and make it work, especially when you're short tanking, and vice versa. He does the same for me, even Stuart as well. A couple of the other boys at the gym as well. We just mimic, especially like I've been doing training with lighter guys as well, just because of the height. And it's not to a point where I know I'm like, even if I'm sparring a welterweight or a middleweight, I know I have the weight advantage. So I won't abuse it in sparring. I'll treat them like they're a heavyweight. So when they swing, I'm not there in the middle trying to bang back with them, even though I'm going to in the fight. But like when they're I'm moving or I'm treating them as if they're heavy. If they go for a takedown, I'm going to let them take me down. Where other people probably try to resist and use their strength unrealistically. So we've definitely we've got a good network so people can mimic styles, and it's just good practice for yourself, like to think, oh, what would his opponent do, and you can almost implement it in your style. Like, oh, I wouldn't do that decision, or you tell him after, I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have moved this way.
And how do you see Shah getting on? What's your prediction for his fight?
Oh, I think I'm gonna bang him out of the water. I think I'm gonna send him to the shadow realm. I think Shah. I think he should just go in there, do what he does, stay disciplined. Just especially because it's a late notice fight. Like you never know. Like it's just, especially if it's someone unpredictable, just do the simple stuff. I think Shah's just gonna go in there, be disciplined, and just take this guy out. You're not getting paid by the minute. Go in there and just blast him out of there. Stay smart. He's improving all the time. So we'll see what happens.
That being said, is there any rivalry between the pair of you looking for kind of performance bonuses and things like that, or are you just happy for each other?
No, I'm happy for him. I think he'll get a performance bonus over me any day.
Yeah.
I don't possess that kind of power, brother.
Yeah, man, you guys are too nice to each other. You guys are too nice to each other. I'll tell you what he said in a second about Stuart. So just last two things from me. Aspiration for 2024. Obviously, hopefully everything goes well on Sunday, the 18th. What would you like to get out of this year, 2024?
Just definitely be more active. Start, really put myself out there for the world to see, especially in MMA, and just let them know what's coming.
Yeah, so the guy who fought in a heavyweight Grand Prix wants to be more active. You got to love that. You got to love that mindset. And lastly, I asked Shah the same question. Stuart Austin said to me that it's not going to be opponents that retire him, that it's going to be his training partners. You're in the mix. So which one of you two is going to be the one to do it?
Oh, bro, it's definitely not going to be me. I'll tell you that. It's not going to be. I'm too nice, bro. It's not going to be me. I'd probably be Shah. Ask Stuart today what Shah did today, bro. Hit him with a cannon, bro.
Did he actually? Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Bro.
Oh, boy. Well, Shah said it would be you. So, like you said, you are both too kind for each other. He said, Shah said you're going to do it way before he even gets close. So,
oh, bro. Shah's going to do it in his sleep.
Yeah.
He's going to go
Credit where it's due. Credit where it's due. Listen, man, it's been a pleasure for me as always, but I'd like to just throw it over to you for the final word. A little prediction for your fight. I think we're looking for a round one bang. and then also any sponsors or shout outs you want to make.
Ah, man, the prediction, I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to keep moving forward. Meet him in the middle. Wherever it goes, I'm ready, man, and I'm going to drown him.
Let's
drown him.
Let's
and then big shout out to my team, Fight Zone London and Fight City Gym, all my coaches, everyone supporting me. I'm always grateful, and thank you, Taylor, man. Always appreciate the support and the platform to speak our voice.
No, you're very welcome, man. You're very welcome. You guys are extremely talented, and you always bring a really, really brilliant fight style. So get that in your schedule to watch February 18th, Levels 11. You can go to the Levels website to buy the pay-per-view. Get on that right now, because it's going to be a hell of a fight night. They put on a really great show. Your fight is topping the cards, heavyweight championship against Kasim Aras. Mate, thank you so much for your time. On behalf of everyone over here at TS UK, best of luck, mate. We'll be watching.
Thank you.